Hi, my name is Paul Sweeney from Sandywood Property, and I'm going to show you around our church renovation of Worsley Methodist Church, which is going to be known as Worsley Coffee Co. So the church was built in 1802, which makes it 222 years old. I think that's right. It was built as a Methodist church, and it was in service until 2012, and sadly it fell into disrepair. We bought it 12 years later in 2022 to renovate it, and required an awful lot of work. So we decided that we needed to start top down. So a whole new roof has gone on it. We've literally taken all the wood off the top. We've been left with the trusses. We've sandblasted them to bring them back to their original condition, and we've also completely vaulted the ceiling. It had a flat ceiling before with black trusses, and we've blasted that and we take it to a proper vaulted ceiling. Completely new slate has gone on the top, fully insulated, so it's up to the modern building standards. And then we worked our way down. We've literally gone back to brick on the whole of the building. We've replastered with soundproof plasterboard. And as we moved down towards the floors were all a little bit rotten. So we've had to take the timbers out, and we decided to put a full concrete floor in with underfloor heating. So again, to the very, very latest specifications. So part of the regulations, we had to reinforce the balcony. So it was on very, very small steels, even though in the past it's probably supported around 200 people up there. To meet the latest regulations, we had to put huge concrete pad stones in the floor, brand new steels in all the way around the balcony. You'll also notice that we've got railings, a very small railing around the top of the balcony. That's not an original feature. That was put in to get the height to 1100 to meet the building regulations. But I think you'll find as you look at it, that it actually fits in quite well with the windows of the church. All the windows in the church are original, so we've refurbished them. Just shows, 200 years old, and they're still going. How the wood was made in those days. So they are totally original. And then what we've done is we've blended some of the old with the new. So you'll see that the original staircases are still in that take you up to the balcony area. The whole of the balcony is absolutely original. And upstairs we've left some of the pews there so that you can get that feel of how it was back in the day, and we've also flattened some of those areas to get tables and chairs. So I think it'd be quite nice to have some tall stools up there. The vision is to sit upstairs and you'd be able to look down and feel connected to the rest of the coffee shop as people are eating upstairs and eating downstairs. So new floors going upstairs and total reinforcement of the steel's gone in as well. In terms of the outside, we created a courtyard. There was absolutely no space outside the building. The church was built all the way to the back wall. So the rear hall was built in something like 1878. So that was added as a school hall at the back of the church. So what we've done there is we've took 2/3 of that building down, that structure down. We've took one of the trusses completely out, and then we've rebuilt the gable wall. And what we've done with that truss is we've cut it up, and you'll see around the building, there's really a bit behind me, we've used that timber in various places just as a nod to the past and try and make as much use as we can of that timber to make it feel, oldie-worldy. We've also left some exposed brick out there, and you'll see in the rear windows the way we've recreated the original windows is there. We've completely had the bricks cut to that in all reclaimed bricks. So everything we took down, we actually reused and rebuilt the courtyard at the back, which is, the sun comes around all day. We've built a canopy there out of the slates that we were left over with, and some of the wood that you'll see that to create that canopy was from the old truss. We've also got a brand new toilet block. So as part of rebuilding the rear gable, we decided to create what we call the attic. So that is an upstairs area that could be used for hot desking. So people want to come with a laptop and do a work there for the day, they can do. So that's to the rear of the building and up a metal staircase. So again, we've used some of the brickwork, the original brickwork there that you'll see as you go up the stairs, and then created a really, really nice high space. In terms of original features, we've also kept the organ, which you'll see. So we had quite a lot of work covering that up and keeping it in its perfect condition throughout the project. And we've also kept the pulpit, which at one point we had to build scaffolding, have it suspended while we put a brand new concrete floor in with all the underfloor heating, and then put it back down again. I think it's a nice nod to the past. As you go around, what you'll see is some really nice new classy touches, such as the crystal glass as you come in across the front door. The toilets are all brand new spec, but you'll see some real nice features such as the pulpit and the organ and the pews that are upstairs, and all the very nice original features. So the front of the building has been completely chemically cleaned as well to bring that redness back to the brick. There'll be 200 years of grime on there from chimneys in the local area. So just in terms of the commercials on the project, was it a commercial success? We paid $390,000 for the building. We've spent in the region of $600,000 to get it to this point, but that also includes, what we created a house next door, which is a 2-bedroom, 2-ensuite house, which, fully fitted kitchens. That is also part of this project. And then we've also got the church, which is all rented out in its own right to the new tenants, Worsley Coffee Co. So, $400,000 to buy, $600,000 spend, stands at around circa £1 million. The property next door, the 2-bedroom house, is valued at around $450,000. It's very difficult to value something such as the church, but I estimate it could be anywhere between 700,000, 800,000, 900,000. The intention isn't really, it's not for sale. It was more of a community project. When we bought the building, it had permission to convert it into 4 flats, which I felt would have been a travesty. I think a building such as beautiful as this needed to be enjoyed by the community. And part of the project really was to bring a coffee shop back to the village. We had lots and lots of interest in the building as we were renovating it, anywhere from a curry house to an Italian, to cake shops, delicatessens. But really for me, I wanted to put a coffee shop back into the village. So part of that design and make it clear to people was we created the Worsley Coffee Co. and we put a logo and we put a sign outside so that when people came and viewed the property, they were clear on what we wanted. And I'm happy to say that we found an excellent tenant. They've got experience in coffee shops around Manchester in the Northern Quarter. They're a grinder and a roaster in their own right. So they've taken it on board on let. So I was really disciplined on making sure that it was going to be a coffee shop and not turned into a late night or a fancy restaurant. So we've stuck to our guns. We've compromised a little bit in terms of the rent and the commercial terms, because that's what I think the village deserves. And people coming, there'll be thousands of people will be coming through the doors. It won't just be 4 apartments. All those people are going to see this building and get the wow factor when they walk in and look up and see what we've done to the building. And Worsley is, it's a really beautiful place. There's lots of places to walk. We're really close to the RHS Bridgewater Gardens, which is literally only a mile away, and you can walk down the canal bank. You can walk down to Monton. There's Worsley Woods. So there's lots and lots to see. It's really picturesque. And say we do get probably a couple of hundred, if not into the 1,000 visitors over a weekend. So it's going to be a busy place, a lot of hustle and bustle. So what you'll find from Worsley Coffee Co., you're going to find some light bites, you're going to find some brunch, lunch, acai bowls, chai puddings, anything with eggs, avocado, then moving into lunch, light bites through the afternoon. We have a license as well, so there's going to be, if you want a glass of wine or if you want a beer, that's perfectly fine too. Baking their own cakes, flatbreads, all those sort of things. So come on down, it'd be fantastic.